And we're back.
And we're
That's
back.
right. Okay. It is what it is, man.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's the shit show. So what do you expect?
Far be
I
it from us not having a technical problem. We'd come a long ways before we haven't had one in a while. So
I know, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time to let me share some love. Am I coming in all right?
Oh, yeah. We
we
can hear you real good.
Okay, okay. So I know I'm not allowed to tell Hoagy stories, so where do you want me to start at, dogs?
Oh, we'd love for you to tell Hoagy stories, but you keep telling me that if you tell them, it's going to lead to your ruination in church.
Well, that's true. But I'll start out by January 1st. We did a sock run.
Hey, whoa.
What?
We could be a little more formal. Brother, you want to bring us in? Who are we talking to today, Dirty?
Well, we're talking to Hoagy, and we interviewed him a while back because he's kind of, well, I guess you're the guy that does the iron butt rides, which are 1,000 miles in less than 24 hours. Am I correct?
And 1,524 coast to coast in less than 50. And we got different rides all over. We even did some Death Valley Insanity rides with temperatures over 100, and that's less than 24 hours.
And you have a charity, right? What's the name of that?
It's Hoagie's Heroes Long Distance Charity Riders. Since '04, we've raised $395,000 and change and traveled like 1,800,000 and some thousand miles. We've had people from about 30 different states, 5 provinces of Canada, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Norway, and I think Colombia, and maybe a couple other places.
How about Denmark? Because we're banned in Denmark.
Well, I don't know. I can't remember everybody, but I'm very blessed because we give 100% of the money away. We give to A Special Wish Foundation, the Ronald McDonald House, and Children of Fallen Soldiers Relief Fund. She is very, very dear to my heart. I've been to her house a few times. She's living in Florida right now, and just a lovely, lovely lady, and she started it.
Right on, man. So what have you been up to since last time we talked?
Well, last year we did a fundraiser for SAHC, Sexual Assault Help Center. Actually had a little girl come over from Oklahoma to help us. People don't realize how bad this is, even in the United States. I mean, it's sick. We have to protect our children. And then January 1st, we did a sock run, and that's for the Gold Star mothers. Swarkus give us like 2,300 pairs. Then we met in a restaurant over in Columbus, and we probably got another 500 to 600 pairs. And we got socks, underwear, T-shirts, neck warmers, hats, a little bit of everything. And I deal with the local lady here, Rose Schilling, and she lost her son.
So, all right, the sexual assault thing, is that like a national organization or more local?
They are stationed up in Wheeling, West Virginia, and they deal with sexual assault victims. I also met a guy, he's Special Forces. I'm not going to mention any names, but he's even into the international against it. And I've talked to him several times. I haven't met him yet, but people don't realize how bad this is. I mean, it's just really crazy, and we have to protect our children because that's our future. We did that. And then, of course, we had the Shrimp Bowl and Tab Run. We did a TNT rally. It ended up in Tennessee, and we had about 40 people from like Texas, Florida, Canada, Wisconsin, all over the place. So we're going to do another one this year.
Right on. And then the Gold Star mothers, that's mothers who had children that died in a war, correct?
passed and more. Yes, they that Rose Schilling. She actually has a bridge named there after her son here in Moundsville, West Virginia.
Okay.
And without veterans, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. You guys wouldn't be doing what you're doing.
Oh, absolutely. So, what's on the horizon then? What are we looking forward to in 2020, 24 when it gets all warm and stuff?
Well, you don't worry about warm. That's why they make the heated gear.
Neither of us own heated gear.
Okay. I want to go fishing with you guys.
Or a bike with a fairing?
I sent you
Yeah,
the
right.
just drive faster. Devil hates a coward. I'm
You can
dealing
only
with
get so
Wendy
cold.
Crockett. Do you know who Wendy Crockett is?
No.
She
Nope.
is the first woman to ever win the Iron Butt Rally. I mean, she's a mechanic. She's everything, and we're trying to help out Marco Alvarez from Mexico. He runs the Asphalt Rats. It's like in Mexico, Colombia, I think Portugal. He's like the Iron Butt guy, like Kneebone, but he's down in Mexico.
Yeah,
and he
he's
needs
he's the president of the Iron Butt Association. You sent me a flyer on it.
yeah, I couldn't print it out because I'm not allowed on the wife's printer or her computer because she works for the tax office. So I'm not allowed on that. I got my own stuff. So I'm trying to help them out to raise money for him so he can get that operation. So and they are great guests. They put people from all over the world down there at their house. They're great guests. And I spend about a week.
Did we lose him?
I can't hear him.
Must have lost him. Anyway, yeah, he sent me a flyer here. Marco Almaraz. I like that name. Asphalt Rats Endurance Motorcycling and the president of the Iron Butt Association, Mexico. Pretty cool looking dude. Looks like a pirate, got an eye patch on. I guess
Nice.
he got diagnosed with a heart condition, and so now they're trying to raise some money for him. So it's like $35,000 American or 600,000 pesos. So he's actually he's calling me on the phone right now.
Well, might as well answer it. Why not? Fuck it.
What the hell? That would be right? Yeah, sure. What's up, Hoagy? Well, yeah, because you bumped up on there twice on us, Hoag. So I will all right, hold on here. I'm gonna remove you out, all right. There we go. And now click on the link again, right?
To all you would-be podcasters out there that think this shit is easy, it really isn't, because the internet can be hard. Modern technology doesn't always work. I mean, we're worried about AI. We have a hard time with Zoom. So there's that. Yeah. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, there you are again. Okay. Ain't seen shit right yet, but
Oh,
Hey,
holy
we
shit,
got
there
it.
he
Look at
is.
that. Son of a bitch, we got you too. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna get out this fucking phone. Here we go.
Can't hear a word he's saying. Oh, wait, it's connecting.
Hold on, we got you, Hoagie. You can see us. We're waiting to hear you now. Don't click nothing, Hoag. Just let it do its deal, man. We got you, Hoag.
Oh my gosh. Shoot
Hey,
faced with a 12 gauge, gentlemen. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it, man. It's technology.
Yeah, and I don't have it.
So now we're back here with the Triple-Digit Midget, Hoagy Carmichael.
I'm telling you, brother, I didn't know which one to bring because I got about 10 different hats out there. I didn't know which one I should wear.
All right. Well, let's get back to Marco Alvarez there.
Right. He needs a heart operation. He's a great host, him and Abby. And she also runs our website. And Wendy Crockett, the only female and mother to win the Iron Butt Rally. If you don't know what that is, it's 11 days, 11,000 miles. She's a motorcycle mechanic. She's written some books. Very, very lovely lady. So I don't know how to share that thing on my page from a WhatsApp thing, but because I'm handicapped.
Well, we got the poster there. We'll toss it up and do what we
Okay.
can for you. They don't care about promotion us, but we'll do what we can for you.
Yeah. I'm gonna shrink you.
Don't touch a button. Don't touch a damn button, Hoagy. Don't touch a button. Just you got to just leave it and talk, man.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Shoot. Where'd you go?
Oh, we're here. We can see you. So whatever
All
voodoo's
right.
going on, man, just run with it. All right.
All
There
right.
we go.
Well, I have
All
to
right.
turn my turn off my ringer
I
because
don't care. Don't care. Don't touch a button. We got you right here, man.
there we go.
All right.
May 18th, if you didn't know Bam Baker, he finished the Iron Butt Rally last year. He was a executive dean of a college. He was a lawyer, a doctor, a professional chef, and he did mission trips all over the world. A wonderful guy. He's been to my house several times, and I got to meet his wife, but not under the good circumstances. He's from Bowenville, Canada. We went to the funeral. There was like 500 people there, bikers from all over the place, three-piece suits. So what we're doing is a celebration of life for Kevin Bam Baker. That's the Facebook page. Click on that. Patrick Cornell's wife is running the Facebook page. There's several ways to pay. So I'm cooking. All right then there. The pit master Jeff Blake's cooking. Pit master Kurt Creamer is cooking. Cheeseburger, the shrimp bowl king. He's going to be fixing a shrimp bowl. People that pay in advance are guaranteed a meal. And it's at St. Jude Park in Glendale. I have a guy coming to play the guitar. $25 a head. Beef, pork, poultry, Louisiana shrimp bowl. The guy, Tyler, that owns a cigar shop, cigars.
Sounds like you got a lot of people there. Oh, sounds like you got a lot.
Well, the cigar guy's coming up and going to be selling cigars for 20% off. If you come here, I got a code for 20% off on zip lines at Grandview Park. And we do pop water coffee. I actually found a couple kids that don't do drugs and actually work. They're going to be designated drivers. All of the motels are on that Facebook page. We got some real good deals. I'm telling people you better get your rooms early.
What are you expecting for a turnout with this?
Well as he was known, I'm going to guess 200 to 600 people.
Wow.
And
Where's
you can
this at?
camp in the park.
Glendale, West Virginia.
Yeah, it's about a half mile there from my house. It's called St. Jude Park, and you can even camp there. There's no showers, but there's bathrooms. We have a 50-50. It's 10 apiece or 6 for 50. Tyler, that's got the cigar shop, he is going to donate $120 box of cigars. Those are 10 apiece, 6 for 50. And Henry from Manitoba, Canada, is sending a homemade knife that he builds. Those are going to be 10 apiece or 6 for 50. And Reva Yost, that owns Nana's Landing, which is close here in Mounds or Glendale, she's going to donate a bottle of Blackberry Crown.
Well, I mean, now you're in West Virginia. Let me ask a question. You mean West Virginia? You guys, you serve any roadkill or anything?
Hey, baby, if you kill it, baby, I'll grill it because you know I can throw down with the best of them. If you see a guy running, man, up the road, it's Bobby Flay because he heard I was in the kitchen, baby.
I think
Oh
Bobby Flay is
shit.
overrated anyway, you know.
Well, I just use that. Now, one of these days, he's going to call me and say, "You want a challenge? Hey, bring it on." We've done turtle meat, moose, elk, octopus, calamari. Vietnamese priest came here. We made homemade Vietnamese spring rolls. There is a new priest from India. He went and just fixed Indian chicken curry. Oh my God, was it a party in your mouth, baby?
So Hoagie, I mean last time we had you on here, you were telling some stories. We're getting some Hoagie stories here. So, you got a new one for us.
Well, I'll try to tell this as good as possible.
Oh,
It
we'll
was
take-
probably nine weeks ago, and there was a guy I don't there in front of the house, and my wife works at the sheriff's department. She said, "Go out and check him out," which I'm very protective of our neighborhood. I said, "I will." She said, "Well, he might shoot you." I said, "There's a 12 gauge, blows gourd off." So I went out there and I pecked on the window, and he said, "May I help you?" I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm waiting on friends." I can't use the word, but I said, "You don't have any friends around here. I don't know you. And you're on camera. My wife's going to scare that you're going to shoot me, and she's going to blow your gourd off." You know what he did? You ready for this one? This is a good one. Flipped out a federal ID badge. He said, "Sir, would you please go back in the house? I'm working, but thank you for watching the neighborhood."
Well, so recently, well, not too recently, but since we last talked, I drove through West Virginia twice.
You had a
Now,
free bed here, brother. You didn't even stop. I would have cooked you dinner.
There was a little
well,
hurricane going on.
yeah, it was during Hurricane Ian. What the fuck
Ian,
was
yeah.
that? Ian.
Watch your words there. Remember, we got church kids and people watching. I'm gonna
And
slap you.
well, here's the thing. What so I was going down to North Carolina to pick up a motorcycle. So I had a truck and trailer.
Okay.
And some of those roads made things pucker up in a truck and trailer. How do you ride a bike around West Virginia? Is it one of those things you get used to it, or are you
Uh,
always kind of on your toes?
well, we got a lot of oil and gas, and a lot of them truck drivers don't know how to drive. So I kind of stay out of the country roads over here, but I haven't been riding a bunch because I picked up three more jobs. So I've been doing that stuff, but I need to get back on two wheels, man. I got the roll, the triple digit wants to fly, baby.
So
No, I hear you.
I'm curious, brother. I mean, Hoagie, have you heard of the Whitakers?
The what?
The Whitaker family, the soft white underbelly, the Whitakers.
I don't think.
Sir, do you want to inform him about the Whitakers?
You don't want to know about. Well, okay. So in Westford, it's kind of funny because it's kind of a rolling joke amongst us.
Okay.
So the Whitakers are from Odd, West Virginia.
Okay.
It just so happened that on my okay, so I literally went to go pick up this bike when Ian was going on.
Okay.
Now, if you've ever used Google GPS, it will give you alternate routes because say there's a tree clogging up a road and
Right.
somehow Google knows this. I don't know how. Magic, wizardry, whatever. So I am all over the backwoods of West Virginia. Right?
Where were you at? Were you up around my neck of the woods or down south or what?
I have no idea where I was at. That is my whole
Okay.
point.
I've been there before. I grew up in the 70s.
I'm following my phone, man. It's like turn left here. And it was like on the side of a mountain. And I have no idea. It was like there was no guardrail, but there was tops of trees. And I'm like, okay, well, I got to be careful because a apparently West Virginia, they don't like to tell you when there's a curve coming up. And you might need, you're doing 55, but you shouldn't do that around this curve, but they don't want to give you any warning.
Right.
But
That's why they
fine.
make brakes.
See, exactly. And I went through odd West Virginia, and then I watched this show about this inbred family from West Virginia that's like worldwide famous.
Man, are you talking about my family?
I don't know, maybe, but there's actually another side. It's a whole thing because like they have relatives that live around us, which is kind of weird in its own part.
Okay.
It's true. But yeah, what's crazy is that I actually went through this town, which if you blink, you go right through it. But it just so happens that
Cameron?
before
Cameron?
Odd.
Oh, odd. I've never even heard of it.
Oh, it's a very, very, very small
That's
town.
small.
Yeah, in West Virginia. And I just remember driving, seeing the sign saying Odd, West Virginia. Yeah, whatever. And I was like, or Odd. And I was like, well, that's a odd name for a town. And then I saw this video later on, and that's why Tank alluded to it, because I ended up watching this video like a year later. I was like, oh, wait, I was through that town. So, yeah. But yeah, no, I love being in West Virginia as far as like the scenery goes.
I wish you'd have called me, man. I'm 7 miles south of I-470. I'm right below there. I mean, I'm 60 miles from Pittsburgh Airport. We do have the porch therapy. Man, I wish you'd have called me.
Well, it was a turn and burn thing, man. I left on Friday.
don't care.
I came back on Saturday.
Well,
All
yeah,
right.
I was with him for a leg of that. He dropped me off in Kentucky, and then I rode my motorcycle from Kentucky down to Florida.
Okay.
So it was it was all.
And that was a
spurring
mistake, by the way.
along.
Well, see, like we said, Ian or whatever, that
yeah.
hurricane was going on. So the original plan was to take him to his brother's house in Tennessee to wait out the storm.
North Carolina, but yeah,
Was it North Carolina?
yeah, they live in Shelbyville.
Oh, okay. Well, and the bike was in North Carolina. So I'm like, yeah, why not? I'll drive you down there. But then you saw the weather and was like, I'll be fine. Drop me off to Kentucky. Cool. How was that ride from Kentucky to Florida?
It was sunny, it was hot, and I sat in about 50 miles of backup over 4 or 5 different periods of time with all the power and light trucks and all the Baptist vans, the evangelizers going down to help, and it was a disaster. I sat with all of it. Stop and go. I went through one of the days of riding. I must have put my feet up and down 1,000 times. Kicked my butt.
Oh yeah.
But they make a berm. But you will get points if you get caught.
That's true.
When I travel on the highway by myself flying colors, I try to fly low under the radar. That's usually best. And,
Hey, baby, just grab you a fistful of that throttle and just twist on that baby.
Oh,
It's
I
fine.
know how to do all that, but when you got all that traffic in front of you, and a hurricane, we're going back to see what's left of my house down here. So it was an interesting time. So Dirty didn't have much time to call you and as he was passing through. It was more in the middle of the night too, wasn't it?
Oh, I mean, so like I said, I left here. I don't know what time we left here. What, 8 a.m?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I dropped you off in Kentucky at like 6.
Yeah, about
something
6
like
o'clock.
that.
Something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I was in Raleigh, North Carolina at a motel at 5 a.m.
Okay.
I was picking up the bike at 10.
Okay.
And I was back in Wisconsin by a little after midnight on, I guess, technically Sunday morning.
Okay.
So, I mean, but as far as like, man, you know what? I tell Tank all the time, we got to take the bikes through West Virginia. Because
Yeah.
I was on the Blue Ridge Highway and all that. And it was like, oh,
Yeah.
this would be epic on a bike.
But next time you come, give me a day or two in advance and we'll have some cocktails. We'll build a porch fire and we'll have some fun. We'll throw down on the griddle, deep fried, bake, whatever you want.
Yeah, we'll try to hit a possum
Absolutely.
or something on the way in, you know, with
I
maybe we can-
always want, because I've been thinking about that ever since I went through West Virginia. I'm surprised they don't have some sort of like a rally of some sort. Because I mean, let's be honest. I mean, West Virginia would be an awesome place to ride through, and it's not like there's a whole lot going on where you got to compete with other events. I mean, there's not, you know what I mean? There's not.
But the
Giant.
biggest party we had was in 2018. We have a shrimp bowl, the cheeseburger dice, and a pop tab run to Ronald McDonald House. We had 118 people here in our garage.
But yeah,
one
I
you're
mean,
standing in
it'd
right
be
now?
wild.
Pardon?
I said, your garage right there, the one you're standing in.
Yeah, here. There's the gray ghost. The wife's Cadillac. I'm not to drive it because, well, I got a little heavy feet, and it says it'll do 160. It won't because I've already tried it.
Hey,
But,
Hoagie, you're
yeah.
touching the computer, man. Don't screw it up there. We don't want to lose you.
No,
again.
you're fine. Don't worry about it.
This is the garage, the Heroes Haven. My buddy from Nam, Airborne Ranger, he named it, and he said it's a safe place for veterans and first responders to come. Guns are welcome and attitudes are not.
There you go.
Well, that's good. How about anybody from the LGBTQ EIEIO community?
Don't even go there. Don't get me started. No politics.
Well, no politics, man. I would, it's just some simple stuff we're dealing with there.
Yeah, just like that state way over there called CA. When they want to let a kid at 8 years old decide if he wants to be a girl or a boy. Well, I'm going to tell you what, if a guy goes to my granddaughter's bedroom, he will squat when he comes out.
Far out.
Well,
all right.
I don't know if you watched the last podcast we did, but we're still pushing Tank 2024. So,
okay.
If you want to ask him any questions.
Well, you brought up Kentucky. We have a ride around Kentucky. It's in June 15th and 16th. Not on the website yet. August 30 and 31st. Troy Martin that runs the Nitwit rallies. He comes up from Louisiana and he runs it. I mean, everybody really, really enjoyed it. It's called a shotgun start. You can start where you live and work your way in, and you end up in Kentucky. And then September 28th, we have the Pop Tab Shrimp Bowl Run. Last year, we took 338 gallons to Ronald McDonald House of Pop Tabs. Year before that, we had 697 gallons by motorcycle.
All right, man. My granddaughter has my wife and I saved those. What do they do with those? How do they raise money with those?
They turn them in by weight, and they used to be like 30 air cents a mile, and now, or 30 air cents a pound. A gallon of tabs is anywhere between 2 and 2.5 pounds. And right now, I think aluminum's up to 60 cents a pound.
Oh, so it's a scrap metal.
Okay. I've often wondered how they go about that. Okay.
Yeah, and let me see here. I'm looking for a piece of paper. Kneebone, President Ironbutt, he is going to, shoot, I lost that piece of paper. For their BAMS thing, you got these people love a lot of certs, which I ain't mentioning any names, that he is going to do a special cert, a celebration of life for Bam Baker, some kind of cert there. It's $45. But for the people that want to do the certs and they don't want to come to the dinner, he's going to throw in there, you must pay for the dinner also, which is $25. What we're going to do with that money, because I got thrown under the bus, I've been to Celebration of Life. I've never paid for one yet. Well, since my mom, my dad died, my 2 sisters, and other people, we've got to raise like $25,000 in pledges. And that all goes to kids. We don't keep a penny of it. So I had to call up Kelly, which I hated to.
I said, Kelly, what do you want to do with the rest of the money? She said, Hoagie, if I kept a penny of that money, Bam would turn over in his grave. So anyway, she's going to donate it to somebody. I don't know. I don't care, but we're going to pay. The park is $550. Insurance is $100. We get their $200 back after it's done, and we're going to pay for Kelly's motels, which he needs 2 suites and another one. So I want to pay for that and take care of her. And anybody that rides with us, if they donate $100, we have a prize page, which isn't up on the website yet. We have 1 motorcycle tire, front or back, from Classic American Thunder Cycle, brake free. If you guys haven't seen that, whoops, shoot, hold on a minute. I don't know if you guys ever seen that, but this
No.
thing hooks on the back of your helmet. If you roll off the brakes, it does that. If you hit your brakes,
I have
It
seen
does.
those. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
well, if you want one, if you use the code Hoagie, you get 10% off, and he donates one to us every year.
The only time I wear a helmet is when I pass through Tennessee and Georgia.
Well, as I get older, I will wreck sooner or later, so I cover up everything anymore. Then we have a motorcycle tire, front or back, from past and present. And we have the people that own Old Glory flagpoles, they donate. It is veteran owned. I back them 100%, and they donate a flagpole. And Valley Harley Davidson is 1 motorcycle tire. And one kid last year donated $1,800, so he got 18 chances in the bucket. And for every 100, you get a chance in the bucket. So he won a bunch of stuff.
Well, it sounds like you got a lot of stuff going on, Hoagie. A lot of fundraising, a lot of food you're cooking, a lot of tickets to sell.
Hey,
You're
I
a
got
busy
another
man.
funny story. Do you want to hear it?
Please.
Hi, there's a lady here that I went to school with. She's a widow. She bought a house up here in Glendale. So I know the local police. She lives in Florida. She's going to live here for a couple months in the summer. I'm not getting into all the problems, but I got the local cop. I said, hey, man, I need a favor. He said, what do you want? I said, call her up and tell her, Mrs. Irwin, would you, we went and just arrested Mr. Carmichael for indecent exposure because you do not have a bathroom in there or no curtains, and he was peeing in a bucket. When they called her up and said, Miss Irwin, we just arrested Mr. Carmichael for their indecent exposure for peeing in a bucket, and he needs bailed out. She called me like 3 times. I wouldn't answer her the phone. And so she called Amy. She said, where's your husband? She said, I don't know. I ain't seen 3 or 4 hours. She said, the Glendale police has just arrested him for indecent exposure, and I got to bail him out, and I got to know how much the bail is. She wanted to kill me her for that one. It was funny. I love doing jokes.
So I got a question for you, and
All right,
I've been curious about this.
All right.
So it sounds like obviously you do a lot of fundraising,
Yeah, I love it.
and me and Tank, we're in an MC that does a lot of charitable stuff.
Okay.
Have you found it harder lately to get people to want to donate with the economic times that we're in?
You know what? It is kind of tough. Last year we raised a little over $13,000. The Hoka Hay, there was like 10 of them that raised money for us and donated it to us. And I was very, very blessed with that. I'm friends with a lot of them. I just call, plead, beg, whatever. It just, but I like the prize page. If anybody wants to donate a motorcycle tire, something motorcycle, love to have your money, because everybody donates $100, gets on our prize page, and we draw that in September.
Are you seeing less donations coming in?
Sometimes it all depends on what you're doing. but I try to help out everybody. I don't care if it's a church or somebody local or, I just try to do my best.
Well, do you get more donations for, say, veterans versus, say, kids?
All of our stuff goes to children. I know a lot of local. What does that mean?
He's
He's
1
gonna
minute.
come-
Keep talking. He's
Oh, okay. I know a lot of local businesses. I know some personal people, and some donate money that they don't want their name mentioned. Other people want it done. If it's a business, I give them a certification, and we mail it out. I'm not going to mention a name, but a lady donates me $2,000 every year. I introduced myself, and I said, I'm Hoagy Carmichael. They said, well, we know who you are. I said, I see you want your money to go to the Children Fallen Soldier Relief Fund. I said, I want you to know that money's going to them. They said, that's why you got the check. So, I mean, evidently some people trust me.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, we just
Sorry, I
no,
had a side mission there real quick.
we've been fighting for every charitable dollar that comes in these past couple of years. There's a lot going on every season up in Wisconsin, and we a lot of pieces of the biker pie that are sliced, and we try to coordinate with other groups, and we all try to do it, so we're not stomping on each other. But we've noticed over the past 2-3 years that participation, not so much participation, but the amount of money that they're spending and donating is going down. People are struggling.
There is a lot of people struggling, but there's also a lot of people that has a lot of money. But I tell people, if you worried about who I am and who I'm honest, there's a way to Google me and see what our cost is, because nobody gets a paycheck. Without volunteers, this would not happen.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're a 501c7 group ourselves, so we are.
Three, sir.
We're a C7. You're a C3. We're a 7. We're a little different.
What's a 7?
It's just a different designation. That's all. It's a 501. It's just not. It's not the full blown thing like the 501c3.
Okay.
So, it's just we go through a lot of that too. We do everything above board. We're an open book. We make sure that we always put a notification out there and a picture and presentation when we're taking the money in and giving it back out again. So
I'm the person that deals with my hands up on the table. I don't want to be hiding under there trying to hide some. And I tell people, before you give, you can check people out, because there's been a lot of, there's like, I forget how many 501c3s across the United States, and a lot of them aren't really honest. You know what I mean?
I don't know anything about that, but yeah, but I probably
I'll say this. I know of a handful of we'll just say well-known charities.
Yeah.
Like
no name.
Well, let's just say the kind of charities that if I were to say it, everybody knows who I'm talking about, whether it's for beat up kids that, have a disease, or veteran organizations that legally they only have to donate 20% of the money they take in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legally. Like, you would be surprised how much money is to be made in a charity game.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And my CPA said, Hoagy, do you realize you are able to keep 25% for yourself? I said, if I keep that, what the hell is going to charity? I don't want a paycheck. It costs me money to do this, but I don't care. This is my passion in life.
Well, that's one of the ones that in the past, we did we had a club brothers and retired now who we did a thing for St. Jude's every year. And St. Jude's, 100% of the money goes to the people that need it, which is
right.
nice.
we
Uh,
now have other local organizations coming to us trying to help them do things because, I mean, it's kind of felt across boards up here when it comes to charitable donations.
Mm.
right.
You
I
know,
mean, you
it's
got to knock on doors, kiss babies, hug women, whatever, but you just got to make it happen. And that's my
right.
passion. I don't have any brains, but I got a loud mouth. When I travel on my motorcycle, I carry these business cards. Everybody said, well, why don't you make a flyer? I've been to places I've hung flyers. They said, well, man, if you give us a flyer, we'd spread the word. I said, it's hanging on your wall. I mean, you know, so these are cheap. I made like they're to 5,000. I carry them in my van. I carry them on my motorcycle. If we're shopping, I pass things out. Check it out.
Awesome. Well,
Well,
it's there's things I want to get into, but it gets kind of weird and political when I do.
yeah.
And
Hate politics. Hate them to death.
oh, so do
But
I.
you're gonna have to kiss somebody's butt. I was gonna run there for I was out in Oklahoma at the taco run. This cop was like 6'7". I said, "Hey man, I'm Hoagy Carmichael. I'm running for governor." He said, "You are?" I said, "Yeah, man. I'm passing a new law." He said, "Really? What is it?" Uh, I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to anyways. I said, "If somebody's running, make sure you know how to shoot. Put a pill in the back of their head, and you know what? Because they don't." They can't tell the story. You shouldn't have to chase people. If you're running, there's a reason. But there is some cops that are bad. Same way as they busted a big general in the army for sex trafficking. They bust some big people in Disney. I mean, it's all over the U.S. It's really, really sad. And I know some other stories, which I'm not allowed to tell, but I'm waiting for a book to come out. But I've met CIA, Special Forces, and I got a lot of stories, but they're stored up here because I'm not allowed to tell anybody. And when you tell me something, it don't go nowhere.
That's important.
And that's same way as I started to besides a contractor, which I'm not even getting in that. I'm ready to shoot some people. I started a chauffeur business. It's called GOT, guaranteed on time, baby. I've already had a couple or three customers. I started a driving course. It's called Carmichael Aggressive Defensive Driving. I've got two kids I'm teaching, and actually got a Catholic nun from Zimbabwe, Africa.
Wow.
Well, all right. Teaching a nun to drive aggressively. Cool.
Well, lovely little lady. I actually made their Catholic newspaper, but they don't teach these kids nothing in these schools. I look behind me before I stop the brakes here in Glendale. It's a 4-lane, it's 35 mile an hour. Somebody slammed on the brakes. I looked behind me. Somebody was going to plow me in the bum. I had to drive up, and the lady's there to the front yard to keep from getting hit. They don't know how to change the tire. They don't know how to do this. They don't know how to do that. I'm hard on them, but I'm honest. And what they tell me, it don't go nowhere.
Right on.
Well, Robbie, you got anything else?
No, I'm good.
I don't know. Just share a website. Hopefully I'll get it updated. Van Baker, the Celebration of Life. People pay in advance. There's 3 or 4, 5 different ways to pay. Patrick Garrett, Cornell's wife, is going to do and she's running a Facebook page until I get the website updated. I'm working with Wendy Crockett on Marco's thing. I'm trying to do this fundraiser, that fundraiser. And that's what keeps me going because I'm like a little energized rabbit, baby. I'm rocking.
Well, you should
There
come
you
out
go.
for our SPR.
Now, is that in Florida or in Wisconsin?
It's in Wisconsin.
It's in Wisconsin. Yeah,
And you're Are you around Tomahawk? Tomahawk,
No.
or how do you say that?
Tomahawk.
Yeah.
No. We're Milwaukee, Madison.
South of Madison, yeah.
Okay. Well, I got a friend. He retired from the Army. He was a Warrant Officer 4, and he lives up in Tomahawk, and he fishes a lot. Or how do you say that word?
Well, it could be
there's
Toma.
it's Toma or
Toma.
Tomahawk.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Toma.
Toma is south of Black River Falls. That's over in the
It's
central
way
western.
up there.
Yeah.
Right.
well-
Right.
We're more up by the Illinois border. We're
Really?
10 miles from the Illinois border.
My
Yeah.
God, you're close because I lived in Illinois.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Well,
you live?
I
Where'd you
lived there in
live?
2010. Somebody's president shut our plant down. I had to go over there and work for a year.
Where'd you live?
Robinson, Illinois. I moved there and I was there for a year. I worked at a plant. I met Terry Hammond that started the Moonshine Lunch Run, and them guys.
I've been to Moonshine, Illinois.
I lived about by the crow flies about there to 10 miles from there.
Yeah, that's more center of the state.
Yeah, yeah. And then I got a friend that lives south of um south of St. Louis. He got a little 1,800-acre farm. I've been out there fishing and everything.
Yeah, because
But-
the Moonshine Lunch Run, they don't do that anymore. That was actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
yeah,
Terry Air died and we went to the last one.
Yeah, they used to get about 1,500 people from all over the world, man, come in for this lunch run. Moonshine, Illinois, just to let people know, it's an intersection. It's a gravel road, 10 miles of gravel road just to get there. It's kind of a cool place. It's a old general store. It's been there about 100 years. They have like church pews and stuff you can sit in, and those are like the benches that they have. And the whole thing works off the honor system, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So like you go in the back and you say, hey man, they're known for their big stack burgers. So you say, I want a double, I want a triple. And they order it, they give you your name, and then you go up in front and you tell the guy, hey man, I just ordered this back here. And you pay for it. They don't talk. The back doesn't talk to the front. They just rely on the good nature of people. But
And then you had the honey bun lady. Remember those big old honey buns that lady made?
about the size of a frisbee, yeah, they were huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
And-
that was they did that in April every year, but that
Yeah.
stopped about 4 or 5 years ago, I think it was.
I think the last one they had, they sold 3,300 hamburgers.
Yeah, I believe it. It's like I said, I've got a patch that says, I went to the Moonshine store,
Well, I'm going to show you something. Let me turn on the light. I was at an auction. I don't know if you can see this. Well, you can't see it because the garage door is open. Wait a minute. I'll shut the door. Terry Hammond, they called him two Rex Hammond and Timmy Yao. I bid on that and won it.
Oh, right
Can you
on.
see
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put up a picture of the Moonshine store and stuff. I mean, like I said, it's population 2,
Is 2. And I mean, if it wasn't for the townspeople going, they wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, the when I went there, it was in October one year. We left just south of Chicago. It was 19 degrees out. There was
Yeah.
actually it snowed the night before. My glasses were all askew. I couldn't even see out of them. We got down to Moonshine. So it was 19 when we left. We got down to Moonshine. It was 65.
Wow.
Yeah, that's down south of Martinsville.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I've
been all over there. I wish I'd known there that you guys were so close to Illinois, because I see you like to go fishing. We love to catch crappie, bluegill, turtles, anything. We're going to grab it.
Well, thanks the fisherman. I'm the guy doing 100 miles an hour with his hair on fire. So.
Hey, baby.
I'll get him to go fishing one day. He'll do it once.
You live in Florida, right?
Half the year, yeah.
And where do you live the rest of the year?
Wisconsin.
What do you fish for up there?
In Wisconsin or in Florida?
Both places.
Florida down here, I'll fish pretty much for anything, you know, snapper, grunts, mackerel, grouper, pompano.
Did my sister's boyfriend that died in 16, he goes and does some charter. I caught a 250-pound grouper and a 7-foot shark.
Yeah, nice. Right on, man. Well, I think we're gonna call this one. Get this one stopped here, brother. All right, showing us the bathroom there, changing the. Jesus. Sounds
That
like
is for my wife that my mother-in-law did that. And then we got hogs and sows.
well.
But there's a
Far
lot of
out,
history
man.
in here. I got a heater. I got an air conditioner. One of my favorite signs is from my sister that died in 16. I think this is funny. I'm smiling because you're my brother and laughing because there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, Hoagie, we'll it's been a pleasure talking to you once again, catching up. It's just like last time when we talked to you, it was a real whirlwind. We'll get the links up to your fundraisers and stuff, and try to get out the word on Marco down there in Mexico. And who knows, maybe we'll be able to link up and see at some point in time. Dirty and I would be nice to do West Virginia. Actually, we were talking about that
I really want to get
September.
out that way on bikes.
In September, we were talking about doing a portion of the Tail of the Dragon. So
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Like,
Well, because what we were talking about was you were going down to Florida, and then
yeah,
we were going to follow you all the way through the tail out of North Carolina.
well, we talked about
Tennessee into
that,
North Carolina.
or we talked about doing it from South Carolina and then up north, like starting where Pops used to be.
Mm-hmm.
We're still in the planning stage, but we're gonna be out that way.
I
We're
tell you
still
what,
trying to get down to Iowa or Ohio to see the travelers, and
well, I
Yeah.
tell you what, in the Buckeye State, you got the triple nickel, you got 3 or 4 6s. They have the only bridge in the U.S. It's called the Y Bridge. It goes out in the middle of the river and splits. If you come to Moundsville, we have the USA's largest Indian mound. We have the prison, all kinds of stuff to see.
I don't
I
want to see the
mean,
prison.
well, I've been in there several times. I used to pick up the Santa Claus float in there.
Far out, man.
Guys, I can't thank you enough. I mean, God bless both of you. I just want to spend some quality time. Maybe you get here, maybe I can take you fishing for some bluegill, crappie. That's my best eating fish. And we can have a throwdown, baby.
Sounds like a plan, man. So thanks for sitting in with us, Hoagie. It was a little rocky road to start, but welcome to the Bikers Lifestyle Podcast, where we have technical difficulties from time to time. So you fit
Well,
right in
it's
with us,
my
brother.
honor to be there with 2 fine, I'll call you gentlemen.
Wow.
you can call me that, but I'm not going to act like it.
Yeah.
That's all right. I want you to cut loose. I want you to feel like, as the Mexicans say, mi casa, you casa.
Mi
Well,
casa
right
su
on.
casa.
That's a Sukasa.
And
That's
guns are
right.
welcome.
Right on. I knew that's why we get along, Hoagie. So
All right,
thanks
guys.
everybody for chiming in today, and keep in mind, everybody, the most dangerous part of your motorcycle is the nut that connects the seat to the handlebars. Peace.